Opening day.
Nerd.
My favorite was I was in Malbar one day, and I referred to Brady as the Patriots pitcher. Intentionally, and Jim Casey's like, I'm going to come over there and give you a wedgie right now. Sorry, I don't.
Let's go,
whatever.
Nerd.
Randy. Listen, I'm not loaning you my Trapper Keeper anymore.
Trapper Keeper.
So, welcome back to the Bar Talk podcast, where everyone makes fun of Andy because he only likes one sport. And
bowling.
It's a sport. So I'm here with returning guest, as always, Jordan Chabot of the Speedwell Tavern.
Sup, players?
Who seems to be recovering just fine.
I'm doing okay. I'm just going to draw.
I like how the microphone's like next to him and it's probably still fine.
It's the best volume level he's ever going to have.
Put it across the room.
We have Dan Mahoney of Stats.
What's up?
And returning guest, Natalie Lester, formerly of Fridays, Lucioso's, Friendlies, Blue Eyed Crab, BBC apparently, which I
Mamma Mia's. There's a lot. The Rhubar.
You kind of get around.
Oh, I think I worked at 13 restaurants over the years.
Right. So she's got some street cred.
All the trade secrets too from each
Worked
one.
at 3 at once at one point too.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
East Bay. You worked at East Bay.
Oh yeah, East Bay.
I remember that. So if you caught the last episode, we were just about to get into something very important, but then we decided to save it for this one. And it's technically our first, I'm going to call it hate mail. We posted our episode called Can I Talk to Your Manager, where we discussed at length Karens and other kind of annoying people. Jordan kind of expressed his views on mixology.
The word mixologist. Yeah.
Yes, and he kind of like, I felt like you had some pet on banger that day because you really like...
Yeah, it felt good, man.
Yeah, you really let it out.
He had that pent-up aggression. Just...
Yeah. It all came out.
Yeah.
Anyone that writes himself a degree in anything is a douchebag.
So we had a comment on one of the postings promoting the podcast from a Jeff Kowalski. And I didn't even screw up his name. So thanks for listening, Jeff. And it says, your bartenders are douches. And I kind of sent a text around and said, hey, how should I respond to this just out of curiosity? Like, thanks for listening.
Learn to spell.
And that was the response I got back was, douches is spelled wrong.
Yeah. He also used, your, like Y-O-U-R, so his grammar was wrong, and his fucking, he couldn't spell douchebag.
Which I can't make fun of anybody for.
Dude, you got a smartphone in your hand. If you're not sure, just Google it, man. Like, take that extra second. But nah, the thing is, I'm not a bartender, so I don't know who he was calling a douchebag.
Yeah.
Well,
Poor Nicole, poor Dan.
Well, yeah.
I don't bartend anymore either.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, hey, poor Nicole.
And Nicole, and I said Nicole's a front of house manager,
Right?
but then Fisher's like, yeah, but she tends bar at
San
Diego's. I'm like, all right, so what? Like 2 nights a week, Nicole's a douchebag. Sorry, Nicole.
I'm pretty sure she'd be like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, all right, that's fine.
But hey, I'm sorry you feel that way, mixologist. Maybe you should.
I did check out his profile. I definitely feel like this guy calls himself a mixologist.
Okay, so sorry you feel that way, mixologist. Maybe next time, instead of getting a degree in mixology, you learn how to spell and grammar.
Drink Masters did not help you out in the person.
But yes, I can definitely be a douchebag.
But thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously, thank you. We'd love to have you on the show too if you want to.
Yeah,
come on.
Come on, defend your stance. I don't think he's local, but
Nah, he's kind of right anyway. I mean, like I said, it is.
I mean, we can.
I'm not a barologist, and I had an opinion like I was, so I had it coming.
I mean, we're all angry
Yeah.
at some point.
We're all in agreement that he was directing that probably at me, though, right?
I definitely, and that was the
You
thing.
did have the harshest
Yeah.
opinion.
He didn't elaborate on why,
Yeah.
which would have been cooler. You know, if you're gonna have a constructive criticism, be constructive.
Yep.
Was that the entire comment?
Yeah.
Where
Your bartenders are
your Y-O-U-R bartenders are Deutschbags.
yeah.
He
Wait,
spelled
it's
it like
Y-O-U-R?
Y-O-U-R, like your bartender, like we own bartenders. Possessive.
Well, no, I
think
think
that's
that's
right.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is
yeah,
correct.
you're right. It would
Yeah.
wouldn't be you are, but you are. I was thinking you are douchebags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey.
do drugs, kids.
It's okay. I actually I went the same way, and I was like, wait, no, he's right, but he spelled douchebag.
You just spelled douchebag. All right, see,
gonna
now
say
we're
it.
even.
Yeah.
I'm getting to like this guy. I think we have a lot in common.
And he spelled douches. He didn't even call us douchebags.
Oh yeah, douches.
Yeah.
Douches.
Well, he
Douches.
spelled it all wrong. So.
Yeah.
I don't know what he
That's
called
all right.
us.
You know what? Fair, man. I appreciate your opinion.
Yeah, just be more constructive. Why are they douches?
Yeah.
We can't fix it if you don't tell us.
Yep.
Shoot us an email or another comment and let us know when you want to come on. That'd be awesome.
Maybe he's the male Karen, and that's why he wanted to speak to our manager.
Does he have a Bob?
He kind of. Now I'm trying to remember because I just had screen captured it. But if I remember correctly, he had kind of longish hair. Like I said, he was definitely a mixologist. Like I really think that's why you.
He had a top bun.
May have had a top
He has a
bun.
bow tie.
Yeah. Hey, man. That's cool.
Definitely hipster. So.
Chop his sabers, I guess. That makes
He
sense.
probably orders a martini bruised.
Oh, that's what Carl said on the same thing. He's like, I don't want you bruising my grapes, kid. Oh, you're 50 years old. Those were bruised a long
No,
time ago.
somebody ordered a bruised martini for me one time, and I was like, "You're gonna have to elaborate."
It's just shaken, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shaken.
really?
Who says
'Cause you're not supposed to shake
bruised?
a martini. Yeah.
It's like, oh, bruised.
Cool.
It's like you shake it, and I think you put the olives in with the ice.
Correct.
So, yeah, it's just it's a very pretentious way of ordering
I
a
would
Yeah.
have
martini.
bruised his ego.
So,
Fucking
so
guy.
send us your. I mean, we've had fan mail. We've now had hate mail. We will read both. That's fun.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Please.
And thanks for listening,
I'm
man.
very hateable.
I don't care if you like us or hate us. If you're listening, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about downloads.
We love you.
Yep. So this one comes from Aurora. Oh man, why couldn't you be like Jeff Kowalski, who has a super easy name?
Welcome to Aurora.
Aurora
This is where Andy
Borealis.
can't read people's names. I'm just gonna call her Aurora because I'm not gonna try to pronounce that last name.
The best part about you not reading names is you could say any name possible.
Aurora.
I know.
None of us would know.
It's Aurora Smith. How do you guys deal with customers trying? I know it's not Smith. Don't look over my shoulder.
I just want to see how difficult. I
Yeah.
give you a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have attempted that.
Is it Welsh?
Lakayos.
Lacayo, yeah, Lacayos. No, fish, sit down.
Fly fish, you'll nail it.
Yeah,
though.
he will.
I kind of want to know what it is.
All right, fucking look at it.
The cows.
Lacaus. It might be
Lacaus?
Lacaus. That sounds right. Lacaus.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's how I would
Aurora.
say it. I don't know.
Next time, get a name like Jeff Kowalski. How do you guys deal with customers trying to get your number? It's happened to me a number of times this month. It's very
Doesn't
annoying.
stop.
One friend told me to give them the wrong number. The issue
Never
with that
ends.
is that 9 out of 10 times the person will immediately call/text to verify the number. And I gave them the real number, then blocked theirs. They know where I work and can come back and confront me about it. So how do you reject them without losing a customer?
I
Tell
have
them
my
you
number
have
all the
a
time.
boyfriend.
I have
Yeah,
the
there
best
you go.
solution for this. That's all this. There's this thing called the Holland Oats hotline. And there's 5 different numbers so you can get any kind of area code that works for it, and you call it, and it's the best, and they cannot be mad at you because who doesn't like Holland Oats? And I don't
Wait,
know
does
if
it just play Hall & Oats?
if I can find this.
It's like
Oh, we
Always
can-
Sunny.
yeah, play
Wait,
right into
I
the
always thought his
Right.
name was Holland Oats.
No,
like
but
it
what
was one
she's
guy.
saying is that as soon as you give them the number, they're like, okay, I'll text you right now, or I'll call you right now.
Right.
Make sure that it's right.
Well, you say
Yeah.
you don't have your phone on you, and then they
That's
have to
true.
find it.
I'm on bar right now. I cannot
Yeah.
be having my
Right.
cell
Right.
phone.
Let's see if I have service.
See, I give out my phone number and I get people texting me takeout orders. That's what happens.
Holland Oats, your emergency Holland Oats helpline.
Hold it right up to the
To
mic.
hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear rich girl, please press 2. To hear man-eater, please press 3.
Oh,
Three.
press 3.
Privatize, please.
Holland Oats. I always thought it was one guy. Holland
Then I just
Oats.
played you the song.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need that number. I'm gonna put it on
Dan, what's the
business
number?
card.
Give out the number.
Let's see. The number I have is 719-266-2837.
That's
so there
awesome.
you go. I just solved all your problems right
Yeah.
there.
Well, if there's any Seinfeld fans out there, you can give them the fake number, but just be careful whose number you give out.
Right.
You
Mandalay
know?
Industries.
That's right.
Yeah.
See, my thing is like if someone gave you a fake number, would you really go back and confront them? You'd be like, oh, clearly they're blowing
There's
me
some
off.
There are
fucked up people
yeah,
out there.
Yeah,
I think-
that's true. That's
Anybody that would ask a bartender for a number would definitely confront them too at the same time. I feel like most people. I just picture like a fucking divorcee 55-year-old man, fucking creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There are some
I'm 45, not
creeps
50.
in
Oh,
this
you want to talk
town.
about me? No, no.
You know, about 5'7", wears Hawaiian shirts all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting divorced?
Does weird. Does weird now. Jen's been trying for years.
Yeah. Jen's on
They're happily
husband
married.
planning husband number 3 already, so.
She's planning on marrying Jason Momoa as far as I'm.
Yeah.
As far as I
So,
know.
Natalie, how frequently did that sort I mean,
It happened pretty often. Like, you just sort of had to joke along with it, smile and laugh,
Right.
keep nodding, but don't ever give anything, obviously. And then,
would that ever work? Do you ever see being like, oh, yeah, I would totally give that guy my number? I mean,
Oh,
not
yeah.
now, you're
And now
married.
they're married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, I feel her pain because there were some people that I could see coming in across the parking lot and just my heart would sink, especially if I'm on the bar alone
Right.
and there's no one else at the bar. So now you have one customer that is extremely creepy coming on to you and you're a half hour from or an hour from last call and you have to make up reasons to have to go to the kitchen or
Right.
you start hanging out back when you really shouldn't be. And
Everybody
I had a
wants to
guy
be a
that
bartender.
came in one night and he was like he had already been partaking in alcohol. I could see, but he was saying telling me that I should take my clothes off,
Wow.
that I should get naked right now. And I'm like,
Wow.
excuse me. I'm just gonna wash these glasses here. And
Is that why you don't go to Fridays anymore?
I mean,
Yeah.
she said leave, so I left.
we got over it. I mean,
Yeah, we're friends
we
now.
got past it.
It's tough. It's man. You really, and that's like, it's not just like stalkers and stuff, but when you're on the bar, you're like, if you got somebody that you just don't want to be around, you're kind of stuck there. That sucks. And that's why I don't bartend anymore.
Well, you probably have the thing too where you get like someone gets your phone number, then they just text you to complain about stuff.
Not always like complaints, but like I'd rather get a complaint because at least they had the energy to like tell me something like criticism. I don't get those much. It's the what you should do.
Yeah, that's more.
fucking
Yeah,
shit drives me crazy. And I put my personal number on all my business cards, and it's on the Facebook because we're so small.
it's on the
and
bathroom walls.
I'm not going to direct it to anybody else. It's on the bathroom walls, definitely. I won't repeat what's on my wall. But
You have to listen back to
it's
last
when
week.
someone says like, "Oh, you should put this on your menu," or it takes a picture of something they cook at home, and like, "Why don't you do this?" or "Why don't you order Salisbury steak?" and like, "What do you?" And I'm like,
Dill pickle soup?
dill pickle soup, which I ended up giving in and doing. Like, and it's fine. I like to know what my guests want, but it's like I have my personal space and my personal time. And when people are messaging me on Facebook or texting my personal number with some video they saw of Tasty, somebody doing like a fucking jalapeno egg roll or something, and like, yeah, that's nice, that's cute, and maybe one day I'll do it. But like, when you see me at the restaurant, approach me about that. Don't text me on my personal number and violate my space.
Last time you complained about that, I immediately tagged you in something.
I know. It was something good too.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was something crazy.
Might have ended up doing it.
It's probably crazy.
Yeah.
All right, this is from Peggy Gibson. Thank you, Peggy, for having an unpronounceable name. Question: what is your go-to drink when you get that one customer, the Carl, who wants something fruity? You should make a fruity drink and call it the Carl.
They had that at Pillory.
Yeah.
Oh, great story behind this one, by the way.
Okay.
Speaking of Jen and Carl, was about 3 or 4 years ago, Carl used to say he was at work, but would go to Pillory every day and drink. He would tell Jen he's at work while she's working her ass off at the hospital. He's sitting in Pillory on a bar stool ordering, "Hey, kid, make me something fruity." So, Jen, not knowing how often Carl was actually at Pillory, I love that she listens to these.
And Carl doesn't.
Eventually, Brenna and friends of the show, Brenna and Ben of Pillory Pub, Brenna's the bar manager, Ben's the owner, came up with a drink called the Hawaiian Heine, because Carl's last name is Heine, and put it on the menu. Now, here's Jen thinking Carl's at work every day. Finally, on a Saturday, she decides to come down here and go out for drinks with Carl. They go to Pillory. She looks at the menu. She goes, "They have a fucking drink named after you here? How often are you here?" And I guess Brenna turned bright red and was like, we just know he likes fruity drinks. Like,
Oh
they're
my
here enough to
God.
get where they know what you drink every single time you walk in. And she, Jen just knows. She's hot as shit. So
She married him. It's her fault.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny.
So what's your go-to drink for something fruity?
Blue
Oh,
Hawaiians
yeah.
are so easy.
Blue Hawaiian, that's a good call.
I usually would ask what alcohol
Yeah.
Like, because some people just really don't like rum.
Right.
If you,
I was
how
like,
do you want something fruity and not drink rum? I feel like they go hand in hand.
Pretty much, I mean, you could go vodka, I guess.
I went vodka, Chambord, sour mix, soda water, the Grape Crush.
Yep.
That was like something back when I was bartending. That became a popular drink. And
My
someone
ex-wife
said,
used to drink those all the time.
"Yeah, Grape Crush." So like, yeah, I want something fruity, and you got somebody that just turned 21. Grape Crush always worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say a rum punch, and then you can just put whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's true
That's
too.
it.
Empty the bar.
Because
and
there's
add
no
it to a
such thing
blender.
as like one specific rum punch.
It's like a Bay Breeze.
Yeah. Yeah, pineapple, rum,
Yeah,
cranberry.
yeah.
My favorite what should I have to drink story. I know a lot of bartenders. A friend of ours, John Cardinal, comes walking across the bar in hysterics. And I'm like, what's so funny? He's like, some guy's like, oh, it's like, I want something to drink, but I don't know what I want. And he's like, how about a Pearl Harbor? And he goes, will it get me bombed like Pearl Harbor? And his buddy goes, too soon.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's
That's
fucked up, but
offended
the
me.
too soon is like really funny.
Yeah.
All right. So this one, oh Jesus.
R.I.P. Ben Affleck.
Laz Laz Smith.
No, I'm not trying.
Yeah, Laz Smith.
Laz.
I hate. Sit down. Fish just wants to prove me wrong. I hate when people bring birthday cakes to my restaurant without asking first. What's your opinion?
Don't care. I don't offer dessert. Thank you for helping me out on that.
You have donuts.
I don't mind if they bring their own cake as long as they want to cut their own cake and serve it themselves.
That's a good point.
I don't like it when they're like, can you cut this cake into 25 even pieces and give the most specialist piece to the birthday girl? and mind you, you have 6 other tables that are waiting for the food that they're paying for. So that is my opinion. I did not like that at all.
The only time I care if they don't tell us, you have to like, can you put this in the freezer? I'm like, no, I don't have time for that.
It's like, you're assuming we have room in a freezer.
Yeah. Like at BBC,
And
we
at
don't have room.
Yeah, exactly. At the Blue Eye Crab, they don't have room.
Get
They
to
don't have
across the
extra
street.
room.
Yeah,
for a
I'd be like,
cake.
I'll put it across the street. And they're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Why are you taking? Oh, that was from the last episode.
Oh yeah, that was from the last episode. Damn it! I'm
That
not supposed to
callback
do
rule,
that.
man. Just
Go back and listen to the last episode. Okay, so this is from Brandon Evans, and this is where did Jordan go? Because I feel like this would be a good question. So let's skip to the next one. This one is from Dave Dang. I hope that's his real last name because that's funny. Hi all. Would like to know what are your biggest staffing issues you face daily?
Like position wise, I think the hardest we've had is security and dishwashers. Like kitchen help in general.
So now you're in closer to Boston. Is security much more of an issue, or
Finding good people that show up every day is
yeah.
But because we have a door person on Monday through Sunday, so getting those someone to come in every day and know you're going to show up.
Jordan, biggest staffing issue?
Biggest staffing issue?
Yes.
I'm very lucky right now. I love my crew. I would say coverage is always an issue. We are kind of thin, and we're in the thick of busy season right now. So, but everyone seems to everyone right now, knock on wood, everything's working pretty smoothly. In the past, it's always been coverage, and it always ended up falling on me, or my kitchen manager, or my bar manager. The rest of the staff loved being able to take days off and switch and all that, and it's a set schedule, so they know when they're working a year from now. They plan vacations, but when it came to being reciprocated, after having 11 shifts covered, they would never cover shifts. So that was something I think we're getting a little bit better on. We had a whole system to track people's coverage. We called it the shit list, and basically we put everyone's name. It's like a chart when a kid would use the bathroom the right way, like go potty. We just set up this chart and we called it the shit list, and it was how much you gave a shit. And we at the end of the month saw who gave the most shit that month, and basically you would get, for an emergency coverage, 3 shit emojis. For a switch, you would get 1 shit emoji, and for a direct pickup and not a switch of a shift, like just straight up picking up a shift, you'd get 2. And whoever at the end of the month had the most shits would get a gift card to another. I would buy a gift card to another restaurant, stuff like that. But that's how much of an issue it was. It was we had to come up with a fucking like children's chart to hang up on the fridge because coverage is so hard. It's so subjective too.
Does it so like tomorrow's the big fancy Super Bowl game?
Right.
Is that like harder to get like those? I almost call it a holiday, but are those holidays like more difficult or?
It's kind of weird.
It's probably not as bad this year because the Pats aren't playing already.
Yeah.
So
Only the second time since Speedwell's been open in 6 years that the Patriots aren't in the Super Bowl, so I don't know what to expect tomorrow. It's been like 3 years in a row they've been in it.
you mean you'll probably be busier?
I think in the restaurant, my
of
takeout's going to go.
You think? I think you'll still do it. I think there's still parties and stuff.
It's not going to be as big because last year I had a clipboard that I started on the Monday before the Super Bowl and it was already full by Thursday.
Yep.
Right now, other than this lady who just text messaged me, I only have like 2 orders. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I think you're right. I think I'll be busier in house because no one throws a Super Bowl party for 2 teams they don't really root for.
Yep. Yeah, they're more apt to go out. Like that's what we're playing. I think we'll be busier.
Yeah.
Like, probably up till halftime, and then we'll
Halftime.
have that halftime clear out.
I'm completely fine with that.
So I'm going to read this question because this person has a normal name, Brandon Evans. Which of you managers or owners would find it valuable to advertise on hotel room key cards? Or very tourist area. Do you think that's money well spent?
No.
Not on the key card, but like the front desk. So one of the hotels down here does that, don't they? They have like a list of places to go. Like I think that's better. Like get the concierge
16,
person.
Yeah,
or
pay
whatever.
for your advertising
Yeah.
in their little pamphlet that they give to every
Yep.
room.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what's good to eat around here.
Like we
I
went
almost,
to
I almost feel like
Portland's.
those inroads you have to. You probably get more bang for your buck if you just showed up with like I don't know an order of wings.
Yeah.
Say Jordan been, here
Provided by?
these are
Right.
for you guys. Just to let you know we're here in town. Because if someone did that to me, I'd be like, because they're gonna come. People are gonna come down and be like, "What's good?" and ask the people. And Speedwell, great chicken wings.
Yep.
We had them the other day.
Yeah.
Something that simple cost you. What, a
I
couple
hear their
bucks.
wraps are amazing.
Thank you.
Speedwell.
I don't know. I've always approached it the networking way. I've learned that through Speedwell. Is like I've paid money for print advertising before, and there's no way to measure how much you're getting out of it. And most people don't. They'll go to their phones when they're looking for places now and stuff, and that's based off of popularity of your place. I like to build a relationship, so I'd rather have a relationship with their hotel concierge or owner. That way, when they interact with their people, they're word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's more trustworthy instead of just seeing an ad that anybody with $500 could have slapped that on. They're not actually get a recommendation. So I see something like the key card ones. That's going to be expensive. I mean, that's going to be at least
for sure.
$1,000 to get.
because think how many key cards they put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How
I'm
many
not
I lose alone.
right. And if you guys were going to say Portland, Maine, or something, and got a hotel room and saw the key card and it said some pizza place, that might be one of the last places you go. If you're like, I'm on vacation, I don't want just some run-of-the-mill pizza place that could advertise on a key card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nowadays I don't think it's so much about advertising, it's more about networking.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like word of
Yeah.
mouth, I think, is 100 times more valuable.
Huge.
Yep.
I mean, the number of times that I've been, manning the counter up here at the craft beer cellar, Main Street, we're recording phenomenal beers, where people be like, "Oh, we're in town for the day, blah blah blah. What's good to eat?" And then I have to go through like this laundry list because I'm friends with everybody. So it's like, okay, well, this place is really good, but this place is also really good. And if you want like, wings and burgers, you should go here. But don't forget this; they have entertainment. And like
Right.
after like 15 minutes, I'm like, I didn't help you at all.
Yeah.
When I used to work at the British Beer Company, we didn't have food, so they're like, "Where should we go to eat?" I'm like, "What are you in the mood for? Here's this." And I'm like, "I didn't help you narrow anything."
Yeah,
Good luck.
I listed
Have
the
fun.
places that I like, which are a
Yeah.
lot.
Poor us. We have so many amazing restaurants. here
Yeah,
downtown
Plymouth has more restaurants per capita
Like,
than
just get a
any
snack at each.
other town in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's
including
insane.
Boston.
And
Yeah.
most of them
Awesome.
are really good.
Yeah.
Hannah Marshall, does anyone have any BOH and or FOH cleaning schedules? Oh, back house, front house. Sorry,
Very
cleaning
good.
schedules.
Very good.
That would have been great on the last episode.
That would have been
Yep.
great on the last episode. Check the last episode. Schedules they would share. I'm needing to make some changes and just wondering what others do.
I got them. I got a front of the house, back of the house. I have an opening and a closing for the front of the house and an opening and a closing for the
Are
back.
there like emojis attached to this in some way?
No, not in
or-
this one. You can tell we do overkill with our spreadsheets.
Do you do
It
like a
makes-
daily
keeps
cleaning
people
list
in
too,
line.
though? Like
Yeah.
each day has its own special thing. Like
Yeah, it's not like assigned to a day. It's more of like a list of bigger projects, and we try to make sure it gets spread out, so like not the same person's doing it.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I have Michelle, who pretty much opens every day except the 2 that Maggie opens. So she does most of the cleaning projects, but she gets to spread it out and kind of do her own thing, and then the night people will do a random cleaning project too. But yeah, and then there's the regular nightly cleaning or just nightly checklist.
Yep.
How to count your drawer, all that stuff, and kitchen guys, same thing.
Do you feel that after they're not new anymore that they kind of start to ignore the list?
They do.
Yeah, you gotta kind of. It's on like us to check them, make sure it's still getting done.
Yes.
Because as soon as we stop checking, they're not gonna do it. So
Yeah.
Attitude reflects
Yep.
leadership.
Absolutely. 100%.
When I worked at Home Depot, they always said, inspect what you expect.
Absolutely.
Right. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I didn't.
And who do you,
Because they never said it to you like, hey, you're doing a good job with this. It was always like, you missed this. You need to
Yeah.
inspect what you expect. I'm like, fuck you.
Jordan, who do you leave it up to? Do you have like a shift leader that checks everything?
shifty?
A shifty, yes.
Well,
That's
I'm
the
not
last
su-
episode.
Another good, yeah. I'm not super strict on it. So the place is always relatively clean. I think the thing about Speedwell, I'm really lucky, is the bartenders kind of police themselves. So instead of coming to me when something's not done right, they'll go to each other and be like, hey, you kind of boned me on the ice bin last night.
Right.
Or you didn't stock all the way. And if it's a repeated thing, then it comes to me. But I'm usually the first one in the building every day, and the place is always clean. So I'm one of those guys that'll text the people the night before. I'll wait until after 10 o'clock because they closed. But I'll be like, hey, really good job cleaning last night. So at least they know what I'm expecting. You know what I mean?
That's so important.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
great.
I gotta say, and I don't like to compliment Jordan in public, but you have a great staff and you do a good job of like really. I don't ever see anyone there being like, "Fuck this place." Blah, blah, blah. They
We've
always.
had a couple that don't work there anymore.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, everyone's there. You know, everyone has bad days, but generally happy, and they, like really positive people. Like you do a
Yeah.
good job of either inspiring that or finding that.
Thank you. I have really good people. You just gotta let them.
Now I feel
They're
dirty.
peacocks. You gotta let them fly.
Yeah.
I complimented Jordan. Now I feel filthy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
You
sorry.
should. Look at me. I'm a piece of shit.
just right now.
Hung over on edibles and drinking before noon. Fish is drinking too. Coffee.
Sober February. All right, Lauren Wright. What cuts do you make during slower months? And this is a weird thing for Plymouth, and I found this amazing. So winter is the busy time for Main and Court Street.
Yes.
Summer is
Away
the slow
from the
time.
water.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
I love it. Away from the water. It's a block away.
Yeah, but it's
As you cross the side streets, you can see the water.
the stigma with people, man. Like people don't want to walk too far to go to a place, and people assume that this time of year the waterfront restaurants aren't as good because the sun isn't shining. Like,
It's wild.
yeah, it's
Which
crazy
is-
to me.
I mean, it's cool for me though. I can figure out my life. I'm like, oh, I want to go here today.
Right.
I'm like, what's the weather?
Yeah, the locals. I feel like because we're so tourist driven, the tourists always end up down the water because that's where everything is. That's where the Mayflower is, the spectacular boulder with 1620 on it.
Hey, you should listen to an upcoming Old Colony cast. It will give you new perspective on the boulder. Because
Ooh.
I've changed my mind.
All right, fantastic.
The end of this month, I think. There's one more episode. We have a new host.
Cool.
And she's like,
Send
let's...
me a reminder of
Yeah,
that.
she's
Yeah.
like, let's do an episode about Plymouth Rock. And I'm like,
Eye roll.
Sure. Didn't want to discourage the new host. By the end of it, I'm like, holy shit. Wow. Totally new perspective.
Oh, interesting. I'm all for having my mind changed.
Oh, what was the question?
I forgot.
What cuts do you make?
Oh,
on slow
cuts, yeah,
seasons?
yeah.
Season. I don't
See, I
know.
know that-
Staffing cuts.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I worked on the waterfront, and it got down to, you're friends with everybody you work with, but there's always this, why don't I get a shift? I've worked on several restaurants on the waterfront, so yeah, and then it becomes like, it can become a favoritism.
And
thing.
it's got to be tough when the off season is winter because that's when the holidays are, and you're like, I'm not making any money. and-
Yes, and you're leaving a shift after making $23 and 7 hours, so
It's
it's
that 10-degree February day.
yes.
When Andy's not drinking.
I've never worked in a seasonal place like that, and it blows my mind the people that are able to do it. I give them a lot of credit because you got to be really disciplined. You make all your blood money in the summer and the spring, and a little bit going into fall, and then all of a sudden everything goes off the shelf, and your $400 shifts are turning into $40 shifts. You have to save your money. You have to plan. You have to. There's a lot of people who will So Pillory Pub, which I just talked about with the Heine, Hawaiian Heine, they close from the weekend after Thanksgiving until like just after St. Patrick's Day, I want to say.
I think it's like one of the first weeks of April, yeah.
Yeah, so all those people that work there, it's a small staff, they go to other restaurants and work, or they're just smart and save their money and take those 4 months off and live off of what they made over the summer. I don't know if I'd have the discipline to do that.
I definitely don't. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
I don't have the discipline to do that, right. And I would be so bored for 4 months. I think I'd go insane.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I don't know. I give them a lot of credit. We had the pleasure of borrowing some Pillory staff, just to use a specific example. Brenna did work for us for a little while, and Natalie, and I feel like we've had someone else from Pillory too come up, Pumpkin, when she worked down there. So, yeah. So it's. I mean, I don't know. Good luck to anybody that works seasonal. I guess a lot of cuts come wintertime.
Yep.
This one is from Erica Renfro. Best practices to avoid Valentine's Day no-shows.
Wait, is she talking about as an employee or as a date?
I'm assuming from a employee reservation standpoint.
It's a good question.
Is Valentine's Day a common no-show day?
Yeah. That's why it's like staff. I don't know. I don't think.
I mean, I think like
Everyone gives
4th
a
of
shit.
July is a no-show
Yeah.
day.
Right,
That's the
right.
day. Oh, I'm sick.
I was thinking from like a reservation standpoint.
I was thinking from a
Oh,
reservation.
okay, okay.
Like you have a limited amount of seating. It's probably one of your busier nights, depending on your restaurant. So people make reservations and then don't show.
So I've never worked in a place where it's like it was that reservation driven.
You didn't get a lot of that at BBC?
No, we got like we don't have a date, so we were busier.
Yeah.
No one wasn't showing up.
Yeah.
So
I worked at a place that did really, really good business on Valentine's Day. That banquet restaurant that I was mentioning in the last episode, we had a restaurant side, and that's basically where I worked. It was a la carte, we called it. And that was the regular dining room, and everything else was like banquets, and you got pre-served meals, whatever. So Valentine's Day was always a big one. We had baked stuffed lobster, we had filet mignon, so we'd have reservations the whole day. And there was never like, I don't think they really got worried about people no-showing, I guess because of the busyness of the place, because there was always somebody that didn't make a reservation that came in and was like, can you sneak me in? So I guess it's one of those things, like, if it's a restaurant that's like, nope, we're sold out, and then you're screwed and you lost out on 3 or 4 tables because people didn't put deposits in, that kind of sucks. But I don't think it...
yeah, I think if you're really that worried about people not showing up
You're probably going to have
for your
enough
reservations,
business.
you're
Yeah.
going to probably sell like tickets or whatever ahead of time, so
Yeah.
you already have their money.
Right.
Like, 'cause if
Deposit.
not, then people are going to walk through anyway. So.
Yeah.
A lot of those online reservation places now, too, which is pretty cool. I've only used it a couple times, like, going on dates with Yun, is you got to put, like, a $5 deposit.
Oh, really?
Like, you get a fee, like, open table.
Yep.
If you have an account with open table, you can almost, if you don't show up, kind of like when you screw up your Uber ride.
Yep.
Like, you don't show up, you kind of get charged still because
Yep.
you inconvenience that person. So
Right.
you're starting to see a lot of that now with this automated reservation system, which I think is really
I
smart.
know a lot of them now, you can't do multiple reservations on the same night. Like, you could pick, like, you probably do like a lunch and a dinner, but if you have a dinner one at like 6, you couldn't do it somewhere else at 7. So
Yeah, they don't let you. It
Yeah,
overlaps it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Smart.
I didn't even know there was like a online reservation.
well, welcome to the
Open
fucking
table.
new
Pretty
century.
I
It's
don't
2020, Andy.
usually make reservations. I just
Right.
show up and be like, "Do you know who I am?"
Like, yeah, we
Don't
told
you
you.
know?
They're like, "Oh, here's your regular table, Mr. Driscoll." I'll be like, "Why is it in the alley?"
Oh, yeah, we know who you are. You know you're not allowed in here.
Are you going to play the cans?
Assholes. So on that insult, that's last call. We're gonna go around the table and let's start with Nat.
My last call is going to be the same as my last call. I want to give a shout out to my new company, Coast Cannabis. We're going to be hitting the markets with edibles and vape carts pretty soon. So look for our stuff on the shelves and take time to coast.
Love it.
Dan Mahoney, I just want to also pump up my new art contest in Jordan's bathroom.
Again?
Again, we'll cap it out at the end of March, and whoever wins gets a T-shirt from Jordan.
Yeah, paid for by Dan.
But I'll buy it.
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna look like the end of Superbad.
Perfect. I'm the judge, so.
Shit, what the hell am I on to? I'm Jordan
Jordan Chapman's new painting
Speedball
business.
Tyrant. You know what? Shout out Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. I know it's not a sports podcast, and I know it's not a bar podcast, but one of the most influential, and sure, he had a checkered past when he was younger, and he made some big mistakes, but the dude did everything he could in his power as he got older to really be a positive influence on those around him, and he was a great role model, and he was a great
dad.
father. And it's been greatly affected this week. I'm a big basketball fan, and Kobe Bryant was was the Michael Jordan of my generation. So, R.I.P. Kobe. We love you here at Bar Talk. At least I know I do.
Kobe over LeBron.
Always.
Always.
Well, I feel sure. Not a basketball
Just
person.
say yes.
Knowing
Yes, of
that
course.
you're not a sports person
Yeah.
going next, I had to go nice and heavy for you.
Douche. All right. Well, I'm going to promote, since we were just talking about Valentine's Day, if you were in the Plymouth area, Mayflower Brewery on Valentine's Day is showing Casablanca.
Hell yeah.
I think
With
it's how it's pronounced.
Casablanca.
Casablanca. That's what I said.
Casablanca. Hey, guys. Come over to my house. Sit on my couch. Watch Casablanca.
Listen,
bro.
Sully.
What's up?
Casablancas.
We eat some Pepper Ridge Farm goldfish.
Go fuck yourselves. And it's great classic romance movie. And Inebriart and Mayflower's partnered together. It was Jeff Nardone's idea, but we kind of jumped in, and it seems like it's already going to be a big hit. Seating's already sold up at their standing room, so I think Brothers Cash is going to be doing the food.
Hell yeah.
And this is kind of the start. I think we're going to do more future movies. We're planning like a double feature Kung Fu night, which hopefully we'll have the Dragon Wagon there.
Can we do Kung Fu after it?
What's
Yeah.
the Dragon Wagon, Andy?
The Dragon Wagon is a pop-up food vendor by phenomenal guy, Ryan Shabbat. Does a lot of great work. He's got some flunky who works with him. I can't remember
Some
his
mediocre
name.
brother
Yeah.
of his.
Oh, that's nice.
he's-
I've never had anyone call me mediocre before.
He's kind of like,
I'm definitely below average.
you know, when you watch the Goonies, there's like the two brothers and then the sloth. So Ryan's got like the sloth that helps him.
Jesus.
Hey, I complimented you earlier. What do you want?
Dude, keep it going.
I don't know if I'm okay with that. But it's an egg roll pop-up.
Yeah, we came up with it about a year and a half ago. We've always done a special egg roll at Speedwell. We have our buffalo chicken egg rolls, and we always do some sort of specialty egg roll, and we've learned that you can put anything in an egg roll, so we decided to do our own little pop-up. We've done a couple at Second Wind. We've done one at Mayflower where we offer 3 to 4 specialty egg rolls. We're going to get into the dessert egg roll business. But fried to order, great handheld food, Dragon Wagon.
So hopefully you guys will be at our Kung Fu pop-up. Kung Fu double feature pop-up combo.
Hope so.
We're looking to do like some double feature Godzilla, maybe like double feature 80s movies.
Cripple
But-
Masters, baby, like Rad talked about on the Open House podcast. My brother talked
Yeah,
about
yeah, that's
Kung Fu.
right. Yeah, yeah.
The Cripple Masters, 5 Deadly Venoms. We're going to do those two. Those
So
are classic.
it'll be a lot of fun. So keep your eyes on the Inebriart page for that and the Mayflower page. Page.
Right, Casablanca.
Which one of us is stoned? Yeah, so I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we love working with those guys. So
Yeah.
check it out on Valentine's Day, or if you're lonely, come to the Kung Fu one.
Is it
in the near future.
Valentine's?
Valentine's
Right there?
Day. Valentine's Day.
Thank God it's last
Thanks,
call.
Dan.
Casablanca.
You-
It's so bad.
All right, so if you want to write in and correct my pronunciations, you can send your emails to bartalkcast@gmail.com. You can find us on all the socials at bartalkcast. If you want to write in and tell these guys they're a bunch of assholes, I'm totally cool with that.
Me too.
We know Andy does not to do that.
Yeah. Dandy Briscoe will be writing in. But so thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys here in a couple weeks.
Love you.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. You can find us on all social medias at Inebriart, except for Instagram, we're at Inebriart6. You can email us with your questions, complaints, and whatnot at inebriart@yahoo.com. And if you're looking for more podcasts, you can check out the other podcasts on our network, Retro Redoctopus, America's Hometown Horror, and, of course, Bar Talk, Old Colony, and Inebriart Podcast, the original. So check those out and subscribe and comment so we can reach more people, and thanks for listening.